Hey everybody, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. And tonight we are doing another modification review. This time it is of the Mack Ultraliner. This particular Ultraliner is a cab over. Well, the Ultraliner is a cab over. But this one we are currently heading from Phoenix out to Los Angeles. We're out on I-10, just east of the truck stop, which is a couple miles up that way. I am so far off, yet people are slowing down almost to a stop. It's kind of funny. Overall, this truck is actually nice. There's a couple things that I do not like about it, but overall, it's not bad. Things can be fixed on it, but it's an overall pretty decent truck. Outside, pretty nice. The one complaint I have with the exterior is you'll see it a little bit more maybe when we go build it. But you can see my hazards are on. I'm going to turn power on, and you could release my parking brake, and you can see there's my brake lights. Okay, put in reverse, and there is no reverse light whatsoever that is coming on. So there's like a little cone of light, but there's no actual light itself. Little bit of an issue, I think. I mean, there's one modeled there, so it should be lighting up. So let's go ahead, though, hop in the truck, finish delivering this load, and then we'll build one. Alrighty, we are in the cab of our truck, and even though it's a small, very small sleeper, you could still come back here, and it's not bad. It's not bad. Not a bad place to be. I mean, at this point, I'm sitting in the wall if you look up. When coming back out, you clip through the curtains, but not going to complain too much. Now, here is complaint number 2. Is I'm going to mess with my parking brake. Released, engaged. You can't. The parking brake stuff does not move. The steering wheel obviously moves. We're going to power the truck up and turn it on. Oh, it does move. Okay, I take that back. And then we're going to start it. That's actually a glitch, too, because that should move whether it's on or off. But I'm going to turn my headlights on now because it's starting to get dark. Well, indicators work, which is nice. And just to kind of show it again, the whole dash kind of flips out when you turn your headlights on. A little bit of an issue there. It's something that can be fixed, though. But indicators work. There's my high beams over there. No indicator for parking brake, which kind of is not cool, but again, it works. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. Oh, people are going slow. I will also say, let's get my mirrors back up. It says I'm doing 35 right now. The speedometer, and I'm going to guess with it the tachometer, do not read right because this thing sounds like it is getting the living hell revved out of it. So with this truck, I usually use 500 to 1,000 RPMs is the shift range. And it seems to work very well for the truck. So my headlights are on. There's high beams. They light up very well. You're able to see pretty well with this truck. And I mean, it's a cab over, so you don't have another 3 to 5 feet of hood sticking out in front of you, so you're able to see pretty well. But that's also with the Freightliner Argosy, as well as the International 9800 and as well as the Freightliner FLB. So that's the nice thing about the cab overs. So at least in this game. All right, so you guys can pretty much know what these trucks sound like. I'm not going to bore you with another 200 miles of me babbling on. I've done that once already. This week, I'm not going to do it a second time. So from here, we're going to go ahead and head over to the truck dealer, and we're going to build one of these. So I'll see you on the flip side. Alrighty, I lied. I just realized I had missed something. This truck does have does not have a computer in it, because this truck is from the 80s era, 70s, 80s era, so it does not have a trip computer. But it does have actually in this game one of the best sounding truck horns I've heard. Listen to this. It has a fucking train horn. That is awesome. That is, I just think that is so fucking cool. So now we're actually going to go ahead and go to the truck dealer. But wait, I'm actually going to fib one more time. If you look in the center of the gauges, you see a bunch of numbers. That's supposed to be, I'm sure, the mileage readouts. Those do not work. The number below each of those, which is almost impossible to read, one is the outside temperature, which that does vary in game depending on the time of day. And the other one, that one's in the speedometer. And the tachometer, underneath those numbers is the time, which that does work. So just something to kind of add to it. As well as, I'm going to pop in the outside view. There are turn signals right there on either side of the cab, as you can tell. Can't really see them, and they don't like light up the mirror like you think they would for being right there. So considering a couple of the other things, I just figure it's just something small. I mean, again, overall this is actually a pretty nice truck to drive. It's a very nice truck to drive. The sounds are nice. The gauges are a little fucked, but if you're like me and you usually have the route advisor up, it's not going to be the end of the world. So all right, with that being said, we are now heading over to the dealer. See you there. Alrighty, we are at the Peterbilt dealer, and that is where the Mack truck can be found. So here it is in all of its glory. There's not a whole lot with the cabin or chassis that you can do. You have some nice engine choices here. It does not change the skin of the motor underneath. Gearbox, you just have the 12-speed. Nothing you can really do in here. Paint, surprisingly enough, you can put a metallic color on here, so we're going to do the standard custom turbo blue. There we go. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, usually the trucks with a little more curves on them, the blue pops a little better, but it does look nice on our Mack. So we do have a bit of options here. We have a choice on license plate, which I believe it's Solar. There we go. Solaris 36 is the person that created it. Since I am an Ohio boy, I'll put Ohio plates on. Different bumpers that we can put on. I don't get the front facing mud flaps. I think they look terrible. But then you can put running lights and all that shit on. Honestly, I wouldn't fucking bother. Oh shit. Well, apparently can do that. There we go. Some dash stuff you can put in. That's a GPS for inside. Here, little Bulldog stickers. Meh. That's interior lighting. A little bit of a spoiler to make the truck look a little nicer. Kind of cool looking. Wheels and tires I'm not even going to go over because I've gone over it about 100 times by now. Well, not 100 times, but a couple different mud flaps we can go with. I like those. I believe those are supposed to be the reverse lights, but so I believe they're there, but they just don't fully light up. They light up, but they don't appear lit up like the brake lights and the turn signals do. Let's see. Interior. We have our a little portable navigator, and then I saw in here there's another bubble. Oh, that's for dash shit. I don't like those things. I really don't. Like, really? You can't even put any. You can't even put anything in there. You know. So what's the fucking point? So, there's the interior light. Go ahead and go with that. So this is our Mack Ultraliner. Pretty snazzy looking truck, if I may say so myself. Again, it is a great truck to drive. It is a very nice model. There does need to be some texture work. In my mind, this is leaps and bounds in front of the International 9800i, even though this truck does have about as many issues as the 9800. This just seems to be an overall nicer truck, not only mainly to drive, because the gauge, even though the gauges read wrong, they look a hell of a lot better. Plus I usually have my route advisor up anyway. So, but anywho, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Please like, please subscribe. Until next time, have a good one.